What's up, guys? Gonna make a quick video today talking about what you're gonna need for your heads cam swap on your Z06. This is gonna be for the LS7, but of course with the nature of LS motors being pretty much all the same thing, this is gonna pertain to anybody with an LS engine. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. So you can buy these parts from anywhere. I chose Summit and eBay because that's where the best deals were from what I found. You can do, vendors on Facebook or, BTR and other different pages like that. I just found personally that eBay and Summit were the best. So with Summit, you order a certain number of parts. Sometimes they'll have like coupon codes and stuff. They gave me $5 off, but over a certain amount, dollar amount, they'll actually ship it to you for free, which is usually like $100. So if you can get most of your stuff from Summit, you'll be pretty well off there, because the shipping and the taxes, that's where stuff kind of adds up and you didn't really expect all the extra expenses. You're like, damn, where'd all this money come from? But yeah, shipping and taxes, if you can take care of that, you're gonna get taxed pretty much wherever you are, depending on where you live, what state you're in. But here is the head gaskets here. So these are GM, OEM, AC Delco head gaskets, multi-layer steel. They're like 51 thou from the factory. But yeah, these came really nicely packaged. They're vacuum sealed. They've got a piece of cardboard under there to keep the head gasket rigid so it doesn't bend. You've got like a QR code in there and like hologram and stuff like that. So just make sure the parts you're buying are legit to the best of your ability. If you're buying off eBay, a couple things to look out for is the reputation of that seller, the review on the product itself, and just make sure if you're in America that the parts are actually coming from America. Obviously, if you're getting regardless, I guess, if you're looking at an American car, you should hope for these parts are coming from America. So just look out for like Chinese knockoffs and stuff. This is going to be the timing cover gasket and the seal. So this came in a combo from Summit. I think it was a little more expensive by themselves, but yeah, just good insurance. They're replacing all these gaskets. Cam retaining seal, Summit calls it a thrust plate. This is going to go backwards actually and sit against your camshaft and kind of keep it retained. I bought this one because it came with the replacement bolts there. And yeah, so that's cheap as well. Then we got the ARP hardware and stuff. So we did get a balancer bolt. This is highly suggested. Something that's spinning so fast, you're gonna wanna make sure it's held in there with a significantly strong fastener. So ARP is always the go-to. I did get head studs. It's funny enough, when I took off the heads, I realized that there was already ARP hardware in there, so I might sell these. But these are 134-3610s, and this is going to be good for any 2004 or newer LS-based engine. And honestly, between studs and bolts, I'm going to be spraying 150 shot on a heads cam intake, but since I'm not boosting, I should be fine with these bolts instead of the studs. The studs are actually stronger, but these are good for 190,000 PSI of pressure, however they rate those. So they seem to be a lot stronger than the factory GM, and there's people out there, rocking factory stuff, the head studs. So I wouldn't be too concerned over that, but yeah, definitely try to upgrade the ARP while you're in there. Moly valve cover gaskets, just cheap insurance. Want to make sure I'm not leaking everywhere. Lifters. So lifters are a strange story because Chevy's on strike right now, or a lot of their workers are, so they're cutting back on exactly what they're making, kind of prioritizing. And so the lifters are really hard to get. I looked everywhere, I couldn't really find any. And actually, the set that I did find were cheaper. I was a little sketched out at first because I had gone through a couple eBay links that were, possibly Chinese lifters. But these ones, I'm pretty sure these are OEM ones. So a buddy sent me a link on these ones. I checked them out, and they have a whole explanation for why they don't come in a regular AC Delco box or GM box. So there's something called I'll just go ahead and read this to you. It says these lifters are OEM. We buy them in bulk from GMCH, so GM Components Holding. I had to look that up, and it's actually a legitimate thing. So it says they come in cases of 128, and they break them down in the packs of 16. So they won't come in the OEM packaging unless you purchase the 128 pack case. So when they buy these from GM Components Holding, they come in this big ass case right here and come on a pallet, and you can buy the whole case and it'll come with all the labeling and stuff that ensures that they're OEM. So I feel pretty comfortable about these. They're usually about 260 bucks. I actually got them for like 195 bucks. So pretty cool. They did come with the lifter trays in there. You can see them in there. I've got the camshaft in here as well. But we got some more little gaskets you'll need. So these are Waterpump Gaskets. I just got the AC Delco ones from Summit. So you'll need those. Spark plugs, you will need those as well, depending on what you're doing. I went with the NGK TR6 NGKs, that's what my tuner suggested, and some extra ARP grease and a timing chain. So I'm pretty sure my motor has been gone through to where it has a HD timing chain, heavy duty timing chain, but I might just replace it depending on what it looks like. So yeah, you'll want to get up in there and do this kind of stuff too if you think it's the first time your motor has been opened. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make sure you guys got all the stuff on deck. There are a few things like a Trunnion Kit, which I decided to do so I could rebuild these rockers over here. These are the stock rockers. They've been touched because they have the C-clip on the outside, or the snap ring, and gonna replace those with CHEs. So CHE is pretty much the only trunnion that I would trust, and it seems to be what everybody else says as well. BTR ones, I've seen people wear those down fairly fast. I'm new to like LSs and Pushrods and Trunnions and stuff like that, but these guys have been around since the 80s, and they brought out the first aftermarket kit for the LS engines, I believe. But yeah, these are really high quality stuff. So totally different design. They've got the grooves in there for the oiling. So yeah, this and pushrods. Pushrods are the last thing I need, and don't buy pushrods based off of what you think the measurement should be. You're gonna have to wait till you put your actual cylinder heads on and get the measurement. You can buy a tool from Texas Speed or Comp. It's an adjustable pushrod, and you put it in there and you can check for lash and preload and all that kind of stuff. Then you can get your correct measurement that you'll need with some math. Yeah, but here's the heads. Just wanted to go over this, show you where I got these. These are WCCH, West Coast cylinder heads. I'm lucky enough to live about 2 hours away from them, so great people, honestly, like fantastic customer service. You feel at home when you go on there. Dave, Richard, Deb, they all don't hesitate to get in conversation with you just about what they love and what their passion is, and because they do it every single day and they love talking about it. So the passion really shows. I'm excited for these. The ports are awesome on here. CNC porting there, the intake side here. And then we got some PAC 1207X springs and titanium retainers to keep everything light. And they went ahead and they replaced the exhaust valves with stainless steel. And they tumble polished the titanium intake valves here, the Del West valves. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. They did mill the head a bit, so we'll have a little extra compression in there. But yeah, that's all you're gonna need for the heads cam swap. So good luck with everybody's swap out there. If you have any questions, just go ahead and comment on this video. I will be recording most of the process of this as well, so take care.